the Lord with you. And with your spirit. Reading from the Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, Lord. At that time, Jesus and his disciples came to the other side of the sea, to the country of Gerasenes. And when he had come out of the boat, there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who lived among the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, even with chains. For he had often been bound with shackles and chains, but the chains he wrenched apart, and the shackles he broke in pieces, and no one had the strength to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and among the mountains he was always crying out and bruising himself with stones. And when he saw Jesus from afar, he went and worshipped him, and crying out with a loud voice, he said, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I adjure you by God, do not torment me." For he had said to him, "Come out of the man, you unclean spirit." And Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" He replied, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And he begged him eagerly not to send him out of the country. Now a herd of swine was feeding there at the hillside, and they begged him, "Send us to the swine, let us enter them." So he gave them leave. And the unclean spirits came out and entered the swine, and the herd, numbering about 2,000, rushed down the steep bank into the sea, and were drowned in the sea. The herdsman fled and told it in the city and in the country. And people came to see what it was that had happened. They came to Jesus, and they saw the demoniac sitting there, clothed and in his right mind, the man who had the legion, and they were afraid. And those who had seen it told what had happened to the demoniac and to the swine. And they began to beg Jesus to depart from their neighborhood. As he was getting into the boat, the man who had been possessed with demons begged him that he might be with him, but he refused and said to him, "Go home to your friends and tell them how much the Lord has done for you, and how he has had mercy on you." And he went away and began to proclaim in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and all men marveled. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. In today's Mass, my dear friends, we are looking at two things. First of all, faith, and then thanksgiving. In the first reading of today, the author of the letter of the Hebrews cites out these different men who were of great importance in the life of Israel. Talks of David, talks of Samson, talks of Samuel, Baruch, and others, and even other prophets. These were men of great faith, and who inspired the whole Israel to move according to God's commandments, to move according to God's ways. But he says all these were not perfect. They had something lacking. For time reached, and they fell from God's ways. When we look at David, when we look at Samuel, at times they used to fall away from God's commandments. They used to fall away from God's love. But being human beings, but Christ, that's why he says, but they all hoped for the coming, or for the deliverance of the one true covenant, or the one true God, who is Jesus. That's why he gives that with all their faith, they still trusted in God. With all their might, they still trusted in God. And look at Samson on the day of his death. He says, "God, give me strength just one more time." They knew him as the strongest man. But in his weakest moment, he still called upon God to direct him, to show him the right way. I think this we learn, that even when we are strong, even when we are weak, no matter how many things we are, we still need God's guidance. We still need God's help. We still need God in everything that we do. This will help us to move even another step in our life with the Lord. And He's ready to help us. That's why He says at the beginning of this reading, "What more shall I say? For the time would fail me, When he talks of these people, he comes and says, these were stoned, they were sown, they were killed, but all had faith in him, that through faith they conquered kingdoms. God will provide something better for us. If these men had the faith and were considered of more importance in the Israel history, then God has brought something even more important than them, and that is Jesus Christ. And this we see in the gospel of today, where he is encountering this demoniac. We have heard the whole story of how he comes to encounter the demoniac, who had been bound by chains and shackles, but all could not hold him, maybe because of the too much strength, because of the legion in him. But I think it was God is making that he encounters this man at this point in time, where he is able to heal him and even grant him a better life. This is what happens, my dear friends. As you have heard this, think about other people out there, maybe with different behaviors. Somebody having a lot of bad behaviors, and people have given up on him or her because of the way of life he or she lives. The question is, as a Christian, are you also willing to give up on this person? Or you go an extra mile of helping this person to become better? Jesus did not give up on this demoniac, just like other people have been doing. He went on to cleanse him, to make him better. Maybe you are the person to cleanse that person. You are the person to make this person right from all the kinds of behavior this person is living. You may be the one person who will change his or her heart, or change his or her behavior to become a better person. You heal this person. You save this person from that which you call evil to becoming a good person. And those who see maybe may not like what you have done. That's why at the end, this will beg Jesus, please do not come to our district, our country, because you have seen what you can do. But he did the right thing. And so we are also challenged, my dear friends, that in Christ we are made perfect. In Christ we are healed. But it should not stop on us. Should even continue to other people at your place of work, as an employee, as an employer. When you notice something bad within your employees, do you help them or you just fire them? At home, as a father, as a mother, if you see a problem with your children, do you help them or let them grow in that problem? Today we are having viral ways of talking about homosexuality. As a parent, have you tried to advise your children before they go back to school about such things? Or you are also keeping quiet, waiting for them to fall into the same trap? It's not the right time, just like Jesus has done to the demoniac. Help him or help her to go out of that bad behavior. You may scold the child, but may not help. But talking to the child, showing them the right direction, maybe can make them better. As an employer or as at work, if you see anything between friends or between workmates, you ought to come in and help. Maybe it's that point in time where you are going to save their souls. You are going to help them to become better. And so let us always be helpers in practice of peace, charity, and love towards others. The Lord be with you.